When people talk about Star Wars, everybody gets excited.
Yeah, it's true.
Talk about when you heard that you were up for this and that they were inviting you to participate. Were you excited?
I was curious to begin with, just because, you know, as an actor, you kind of, well, for me anyway, I'm so used to being offered roles that don't represent women in a way that I want to continue, you know, confirming, you know, wrongly. So I just thought, what's it going to be? Because I didn't want to be in a massive Star Wars movie and for it not to be a valuable contribution to, you know, the world. I haven't got time for that, you know. And I was so thrilled. When I actually heard it was Phil and Chris, Phil Lloyd and I just was so excited because I love their films. I love Lego movies so much. And I think they're really talented. And I thought, oh, this is going to be a fresh take on this whole thing. And I talked to them and they described the character of Val. I thought, ooh, this sounds great. So I was thrilled. I was thrilled. And it's not to say that I wasn't, you know, initially like, oh, yeah, Star Wars. But for me, a woman of color, a film like this doesn't necessarily represent women of color in a way that's, well, at all, in fact. So it's a shame that I had that attitude going in. It's a real shame. But I'm just thrilled that other women of color, will not necessarily have that same attitude going in because they've seen this fresh, new, progressive change within the franchise.
Let me follow up on that a bit because all of your characters, Rock and Roller, the HBO show, they're all strong women who are intelligent. And you've said that that is something that you've gone after. How important are role models for women in the media to inspire the next generation?
Yeah. Well, right there, what you've just said, which I don't criticize in any way, but the fact that you've described my characters, Rock and Roller, Westworld, as strong women, you wouldn't describe a man who's doing the same things that I was doing in those films as strong. That would just be a man. And I think it's same for women. I'm not playing strong characters. I'm just playing women the way I see women, the way you clearly see women. But we're so unused to seeing women just being normal, just being regular. We're used to seeing women through the gaze of maybe how a man wants to see a woman, and that's not to criticize men. It's just, this is not how we see ourselves. It's not how we are in life. I'm sorry if that makes us, you know, less weak and sexually available and approachable, but that's just the reality. You know, and the funny thing is that when men hook up with women and they've got past the courting stage and they're hooking up with this woman and they love the fact that she's shoulder to shoulder with them. They love the fact that she's multitasking the shit out of being, you know, having a job, being a mum, being a friend, being a lover, being a, you know, a guide, and all the things that a man, I guess, would want to do. And I just think, why are we calling these women strong? I don't think the characters I play are particularly strong. They're just dealing with what they're dealing with. What I will say, though, is thank you to the filmmakers who are giving the characters that I found myself drawn to something to do that actually gives them opportunities to show how normal this behavior is. Because I think one of the reasons why people like seeing it is because it's like, oh, that's someone I recognize. Oh, okay, I feel relaxed. Yeah. They're not like, oh, wow, you know, woof, I need to go and find someone who behaves like that, because frankly, my mum is like, I think of her most of the time when I'm thinking about character. Oh, I think about myself, you know? And I just, I'm so tired of us putting on incredibly high heels so we can't walk very fast and, you know, pushing our tits up to make, you know, like more, like, what is that? Yes, I'm available. And it's like, just relax, put a t-shirt on, put some sneakers on and just relax into having a personality that's interesting and having a mind that has a lot to offer. I mean, no, you're telling me to shut up, but like, this is normal and it's okay. It's not scary, either to a man or to another woman. It's just true. It's more honest.
On the red carpet, the fans are so excited. Could you just briefly talk about what that moment was like on the top of the stairs?
Oh, it was amazing. With us all there. It was, especially when we came out. after the screening, because the screening went so well. We had a standing ovation for minute after minute after minute. We were all looking at each other just completely slack-jawed with wonder and gratitude and relief and amazement and excitement, you know. And so to come out afterwards, you know, it was a feeling of pride and gratitude. It was amazing and truly memorable.
Thank you so much. It's always a
Thank
pleasure
you,
talking
and
to
sorry we ran